Alright, so third time's the charm, right? Anyway, day 5. Don't really have a plan for what I'm talking about today. Like, I never have a plan anyway, but, it's Mel, again, like always. So today, I need to figure out what my brain wants to talk about, because I'm just gonna keep saying and this whole time if I don't. But it looks like my palringo website that I'm on, it's a social networking thing, kind of like Facebook, but way better. The people that I know on there, my pal family, want me to acknowledge and mention them because they're mostly the ones that are helping, get views and such on YouTube for me. Because they are awesome like that, and they love me as a person and as a friend, and however other ways that they can love me, because, yeah. But I will list a few of them, not all of them, because there's way too many. I'd spend 20 minutes listing pal people. But anyway, so there's Nimmy, who is like my brother. There's Puppy, who is like my brother. One of the first people I met on PAL was Josh, and he has, stuck around through all of my shit, and he still is a good friend. So, thank you for that. There's Matt, who is absolutely awesome, and love him to death. There's Dustin and Leslie, one of the most adorable couples I have ever met in my entire life, online or in real life. There's Tigra, also known as Savannah, who I'm not sure if she's still on PAL. Maybe she is, maybe she's not. I haven't talked to her in a long time. But she was a good friend. There's Rinny. She's awesome. We've had our ins and outs and stuff, but I still consider her like a really good friend, like a little sister. There's Dre, who is, like I say, practically a brother, All these people are really close to me in different ways, and it's just, I can't put the relationship that we have in words, because it's complicated, but it's not. There's no words to put the relationships that I have with these people. They're really good friends, all of them. I've had my bouts of depression, suicide, whatever, and these people have stuck there through it all, for the most part. There's Baggy. He's pretty cool. Let's see. I got Nimmy, Puppy, Baggy. Oh, Tiggy! Tigress. She's also known as Sarah, and, she's always around when I need her. She's awesome. There's Avril, which she's been off and on PAL for a long time, but she's always excited for a new video, so I really appreciate that. You guys are really helping me to not give up and just say, fuck it, I'm not getting anywhere, That's one thing that the human race is known for, we just give up. We don't fight and follow our dreams. We just say, it's too hard, I'm not going to get anywhere with this. And that's one of the things that you can't let yourself do. Getting off track and sidetracked. But anyway, so there's all kinds of people on PAL, and I'm not going to mention all of you. It would take me years to even begin to mention all of you. But I really appreciate those of you that have been there for me, that are watching these videos, that are, pushing me to do more, even though they're not that great. But it is something that I'm, loving to do. Somebody out there somewhere has a life like mine, or worse, and they need to know that they're not the only one that's been hurt and, pushed down into the dirt, face down, kicked around. But honestly, if it wasn't for most of these people on PAL, and most of the people in my real life that I know, I wouldn't be here. So, I really appreciate all of you, and that's for that. That's that part of the video for today, because they told me to mention them. Oh, and I gotta mention Buddy. My buddy Altair. He's freaking awesome. He's really cool. We've had our little spits, but, he's still pushing me to go for this. But, anyway, so that's for that part. I've mentioned before that I'm a writer. I write a lot of poetry, and I've written a few short stories, finished one or two maybe, but you know, I get stuck, I get writer's block. I'm sure anybody that's ever written anything in their life, for school, for pleasure, you know, just because, a letter even to a friend, text messages, you know, Facebook messages, you know, all that stuff. You get writer's block, you just don't know what to say. You don't know how to continue on. Well, instead of, you know, being like, okay, well, I can't go any further, I'm done, change it. Just a little bit. You know, don't completely change your entire story or your entire text or your entire message, but just kind of put yourself in that other person's shoes, if you can. I know it's really hard to do, to get exactly what that other person thinks. But, you know, just kind of switch lives for a few minutes and see what you think they might want you to say. Don't always go with that. Sometimes it's really bad. I would know. But put yourself in that character's shoes. You know, be that character for a couple of minutes. You know, keep reading over what you've written a couple of times when you get writer's block and be like, oh, okay, I think they should react this way. It's not that hard, honestly. You know, I've got a couple of poems. I guess I can throw one up here since I'm over my time anyway. Most of my work is very dark, very depressing. So, you know, I'll try to put something up that's not so dark and depressing. One of my better ones. This one I wrote to my ex a while back, the one that has the racehorses, and I sent it to him, and I think he saved it, I'm not sure, but here it is, out in the open. You know, everybody can read it, everybody can see how I write when I'm happy, I guess, in a sense. But it's called You Are the One. You're one of the reasons I still smile, why I wake up in the morning, the reason I keep trying when all I want to do is give up. The person that makes me completely comfortable in any situation, the person that I can run to and hide behind when the world comes crashing down around me, the person that I allow to see the real me, the one that I would give everything up for just to spend one more day beside, you know. So that's it. Doesn't rhyme really. It doesn't really have a rhythm to it in my eyes, but, you know, I have other ones if I feel like doing one. Let me see. Let me see which one I can find. Oh, here. I'll do one of my darker ones, if I can find one. Okay, this one's called Lies, but it's really long, so I don't... You know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm over 8 minutes, but you guys can either stop watching or finish. It's up to you. This one's called Lies. I wrote this one a while back in like October of this year, so it's not too old, not too new. But it's called Lies. I waited and sat and cried, but through it all, the only thing you did was lied. You lied to my face, and you lied behind my back. I needed you more than you knew, that I meant nothing to you. So now I am gone and never coming back, but you don't care, you just stand there and laugh, and as I turn and walk away, I refuse to look back, knowing you gave me everything that I lack. You made me feel whole, you made me complete, even when all I could do was take the heat. But now I am gone and dead to the world, and maybe God will save my soul. But there's nothing left to save, so I say goodbye with blade on my wrist, waiting for that moment to make one last slit. That one's very personal. There isn't really a reason behind it, besides, well, depression and suicidalness. But anyway, suicide is not even a last resort. It is completely stupid. I know, I've been there, I've done that, I've got the scars, I've got the stories. Don't think that I'm telling you that, oh, it's okay if you want to kill yourself. It's not. I'm not being selfish in that sense. I was selfish before when I tried suicide multiple times. I scared my ex practically to death one night because I told him that I was killing myself, and that if he didn't hear back from me in an hour, he better pray I was asleep. Well, he blew up my phone, so, you know, people out there actually do care. He was so scared for my safety and my well-being that he actually went and called my mom. And if I hadn't texted him back when I did, he was about to call the police. So, you know, it's not an easy thing to deal with on both sides, but I'll talk about that more later. Anyway, I'm at over 10 minutes, so I'm gonna head out. You guys have a wonderful day. Keep smiling, be happy, don't let people bring you down. Forgive and forget, love always, and never regret. Have a good one.